Oh yeah. He was under my radar. Knew the cities like radar. Fill it with me, with my paper. Do you pretty? She my flavor. Was under my.
Hey, what's up? DeFi Dan, XRP Chad, whatever you want to call me. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Some major updates for you guys again. I'm going to expand further on the Ripple upgrades. Ripple is having some crazy upgrades right now, and I've learned a little bit more about it since yesterday. I just want to explain a little more. Yesterday, I was touching base and telling you that now Ethereum is going to be, XRP is going to be able to integrate with the Ethereum virtual machine, the EVM. If you're not familiar with what that is, the EVM is basically the platform. You use the coding language Solidity, right? But you're writing that on the EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine. If you were writing in JavaScript, you would be writing on the Java virtual machine, essentially. It's kind of that simple. I have a small background in coding. I'm by no means a real coder, though, so I just want to give you a quick basic analysis of that. They're going to be making their own ledger, like their own blockchain for NFTs, right? It's going to be separate from the XRP ledger, which is really cool. Also, another major thing that you guys should know is that with all these upgrades that are happening with XRP, they're not making any new tokens like to replace XRP as the function, right? So just trust me, or not just trust me, but just trust in David Schwartz and just know that your XRP is going to be valuable, to be honest with you, because they need it to flow to use this system, right? They can't rewrite the entire blockchain. With those federated sidechains being the federated sidechains are the major upgrade that we're talking about here. Since they can integrate with the Ethereum virtual machine, right? It kind of brings that whole FLR network into the balance also, right? So right now it's Litecoin, Stellar, Dogecoin, and XRP as the F assets. FLR Finance has a lot of other, I think they're called Y assets also. But FLR Finance and FLR Network are two separate entities. We're just going to focus on FLR Network for right now. So they're going to be bringing that speed of XRP to the complexity of Ethereum, which is really, really, really cool. If you combine those two things together, now we're really getting somewhere, right? The federated sidechains are basically like parachains for the Polkadot network, because they're basically going to be using the XRP security, right? But you can do whatever you want on those sidechains, and then you can just pay. Basically, they're like private channels in a sense. So, like we were saying earlier, the banks are going to want these. They're going to want private channels. They're going to need them because the world doesn't want to know. The banks don't want the world to know what the banks do every day. It's really that simple. I just need to boil that down for you. But it could even be more significant than the cross-border payments narrative that we've used to believe in, or no, we still believe in, but that used to be the singular focus of XRP and all the Ripple videos that we all used to watch, for the last year or two. Now it's starting to change because now you're bringing real value to the network. There's going to be new coins in the network. There's going to be new networks on the XRP network. It's going to start looking a lot more like Ethereum in the fact of like it's a hub for networks, right? It won't just be just for XRP anymore. It's going to be a hub for creators and new networks and who want to be eco-friendly, who want to be feeless, right? Who want to have faster transactions, right? These are the things that everyone wants. Not everyone, but these are the things that the world wants, that the world government wants, right? They don't want Bitcoin to be running as much electricity as the Netherlands. I can promise you that, right? Also, I'll try and find that sheet again. I just found out today that China is like the 4th largest holder of Bitcoin on the planet, right? You have it's like MicroStrategy is up there. The biggest one is Grayscale. So Grayscale trusts, right? MicroStrategy is up there. Tim Draper is up there as a person, which is wild. So Tim Draper has an absolutely crazy amount of Bitcoin. But again, what's really interesting is that the government of China is there like at least top 4 or top 5. Again, I'll have it right here for you guys. So yeah, whether they're gonna dump or not, that's a whole nother issue, because they could. I mean, they're outlawing cryptocurrency, right? They could just dump, and right, you wouldn't want to be overexposed to Bitcoin if that happens. I'll just tell you that. Again, let's move to another new subject. Let's go into Quant. So Quant has a huge update from Gilbert Veridian. He basically tweeted today saying that the Internet of Things, Internet 3.0 essentially, has been valued, or the estimated value of Internet of Things is going to be much higher than the Internet, right? Trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, right? So you want to make sure you're holding coins that are going to capture that. I mean, obviously there's a lot of networks that do capture that, but you want to hold coins that are going to capture a lot of that value. Quant is confirmed. HBAR is confirmed. XRP is mostly confirmed, right? Stellar is mostly confirmed. Ethereum is getting there, could be confirmed, but honestly, I'm starting to see a scenario where these guys are going to get subpoenaed. I'm looking for a scenario where Jay Clayton and Will Hinman are going to get subpoenaed and they're going to get charged. And they're going to say, hey, why'd you give them a free pass? What'd you do that for? Why are you accepting millions of dollars from a private company while you're a public officer? It doesn't make, it's terrible. It's terrible. The things you live with. And I mean, I understand it's all part of the game, but yeah, it's really crazy things that are going on here. XDC, so the clock is ticking now, right? They're saying that within a few weeks or within 2 weeks, there's going to be some major XDC announcements. We're 1 week away, right? I think you guys should definitely be looking at XDC. It still hasn't really broke out yet. It's been consolidating lately. Really great opportunities there with XDC. Again, it's even a little bit faster than XRP. It has its own blockchain. Really eco-friendly. I think that these things have to do with a lot of the narrative of what's going on right now, right? I'm going to post a little quick video of Joe Lubin. Joe Lubin is one of the founders of Ethereum. He's basically the business and political guy. He's in an interview. The interviewer asks him if any other altcoins are going to be able to compete with Ethereum, right? And he basically says, no.
The basis of a lot of enterprise solutions like the JPM coin, like Quorum, like Hyperledger Besu. Where does it leave the rest of the blockchain protocols? Is this an industry in which interoperability at the end of the day is something that, and co-opetition, is that something that will serve this industry well? How do you perceive that?
Any new technology is going to have to grapple with regulatory issues where Ethereum and Bitcoin have already cleared that bar and been declared commodities. So it's going to be spectacularly difficult for a new, even high quality technology and team to build a tokenized blockchain protocol and get real engagement for it. They're essentially going to have to distribute their token broadly and equitably in order to have legitimacy and excitement from their community. And they're really going to have to promise their community that this token is going to grow in value by the agency of some core team. And by definition, that's a security. And so they're in this quandary where they have to sell security almost by definition, and therefore, almost by definition, they're not going to be able to distribute it broadly and equitably because they're going to have to be distributing to accredited investors. And so we've seen some pretty good teams and protocols built what are now called VC coins that are not gaining the traction that, say, 2 years ago, the VCs.
As every other altcoin is going to be considered a security because they're going to be offering expectations of profit. Ethereum also did offer expectations of profit. They had an ICO. It's really common knowledge now at this point. So just so you know, the founding members of Ethereum are basically trying to make sure that no other altcoins can exist outside of their ledger. So basically you see what's happening, right? Like nothing really gains huge traction outside of ERC20. Does that make sense? Like, and they're trying to keep it that way, and it's not right. It's not right. It's not good for the world. But whatever. I digress. I'm not trying to go too far into it. Again, we were talking about Songbird and Flare earlier. Songbird is about to break out, and it's looking really good. And lastly, I'm going to talk about two new projects I'm paying attention to. One is WTK, WADSPay. WADSPay has a partnership with XDC. They have a partnership with MasterCard that's under NDA, supposedly. Again, I'm a little bit more nervous about them than I was before. But Crypto Eri has a massive YouTube channel, and she just featured them. She featured the Medium article, which is basically an AMA. Again, they are a real company, they are a real firm, and they look really good. The risk versus reward is very high. They're essentially, I would say, they're almost like a Venmo for crypto in a sense. It's very interesting. So like they're blockchain agnostic Venmo for crypto. So like basically like you could send value through them, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to correlate to one coin. And they're claiming that there's already businesses using this model and all that. So again, look at your own risk, right? I am invested. I have made great gains. It's starting to get really shilled. There was a big transfer to FTX exchange, right? FTX was mentioned in the AMA also, which is interesting, right? So they didn't directly say when it's going to happen, but they did say that we're working on an exchange listing right now. And when they provided an example, it was FTX. So, and on Etherscan, there was a big transaction from WadsPay to FTX. So FTX exchange too. So just definitely check that out. Lastly, I'm going to go into Beanz NFT project. So Beanz is looking really cool. They're basically a music, concert, and touring based team. They have a Solidity engineer on there. They have an artwork guy on there. They're really cool. They basically feature characters of basically musicians and other pop culture figures, and even just creations that they've just created fresh. Basically, the common theme is that they have no arms and no legs, just hands and feet. They look really cool, really stylistically interesting. The mint isn't until November, but I want you guys to definitely check them out. The roadmap is going. The roadmap's on the Discord. I don't want to share the roadmap because it's not on Twitter yet. It will be getting released on Twitter soon. But they have some really, really, really awesome features that they look really cool. They're offering basically to fly people out. They're offering private concert experiences, things of that nature. I don't want to go into any details because it's all under wraps. But yeah, definitely give them a check out. Definitely give them a look. Again, thanks for all the new subscribers. Love you guys. We're doing another giveaway this month for 30 XRP. And yeah, that's your update for the day. DeFi Dan, XRP Chad.